Hi, this is Saintjerome of Crypto Experiences bringing you yet another crypto experience. Today is April 30th, 2024. Can you believe we're almost in May of 2024? Wow, a lot of stuff is happening in the world. It's hard to keep track of everything, and all the events are going to affect what happens financially. Now, this channel is dedicated to cryptocurrency, but I also have a side issue into going into precious metals. I see them both being equally important in these times. What I think is in bad shape is the stuff pictured behind me, the fiat currency. Yeah, that's dropping like a rock. I heard a story, and I can't quote where it happened, but saw it on the internet. That a man went into a Bank of America and wanted to get $1,000 to get cash to get a car from a friend, and the friend was only going to take cash, and they would not give him his cash. What? $1,000? And I heard a little bit of the recording, and they were like questioning him as if he might be doing a criminal activity with $1,000. And they kept asking, "What's the purpose?" "I want to buy a car." End up that he was upset enough that they called the cops on him, and the cops came. Well, that's just ridiculous, but that's the world we're kind of heading to now. The people who love fiat currency, that is the paper stuff backed by nothing, they don't want their system to stop, and they're doing everything they can right now to rig the system. They're messing with the ETFs and like Bitcoin, and they're running a lot of paper that is not actual Bitcoin. Same thing's happening in the precious metals, especially in silver. They run contracts to a ratio of, I think it's way over 300 to 1 on actual silver. So they short it to make the price fall, and they have some goes long. The trouble, one of some of them are finding now, is they're not being able to keep the price down as long as silver, and they get caught. They have to come up with the silver. That might be tough to do. We are producing less silver than is being used. A lot of use cases in silver aren't being thought of right now. China, big buyer of silver. For years, they told their citizens of China to buy gold, and they haven't stopped buying gold, but now they're saying get silver. The Shanghai uh, exchange for precious metals is about $3 higher on silver than in the United States. So what's happening? People are buying it in the United States or buying it from the Western countries, and then they're selling it over in the Asian countries. Bam. Not a dumb move by the fact, but um, this silver shorting, the Bitcoin shorting, eventually it's going to catch the dollars, it's going to catch the fiat, and the whole system's going to explode. I don't know if you knew this, folks, but if uh, if this system explodes, your paper money, your Federal Reserve notes will soon be worthless. They are literally printed on a piece of paper. Back in the days before Obama, we were in the billions in debt. And then during Obama's presidency, the administration, the government then spent more than all the other presidents together, all added up. And that spending hasn't stopped. We went from billions to a couple trillion to about 34 to 35 reported trillions, but it's really more like 180 trillion when you count all the programs that are underfunded, like Social Security and Medicare. Zowie. People can't quite grasp a trillion. A trillion is like 1,000 billion, right? If you start counting to a million, it takes you literally about a day. And then a billion is 1,000 millions. I think someone said that takes like so many years, like crazy amount of years. But if you count to a trillion, you're not going to get there, right? Not in your lifetime anyway. And now, to be rich in this world, billion. It used to be a millionaire was rich. Then it's billionaire. Now it's several billionaire, and it's soon to be trillionaires at this rate. So Federal Reserve came out in 1913, and it's not federal. It has nothing to do with our government. It's a private bank, and all our taxes, folks, just pay the interest on the debt. And now we're not even paying the interest on the debt. So I'm going to tell you something about the banks in a second. as the currency becomes worthless and starts piling up in the streets like this, the banks are going to go under. And when the banks go under, did you know that they first pay their first line of creditors? And that's those derivative people. And the last line of creditors is the people who own the deposits, the people in the bank. You think you're insured by the FDIC, and technically you are, but they pay those derivative people first, which is so unfair because those are just bets on money where our actual hard-earned cash, guess where it goes when the banks start to fail? It goes to bail in the banks, not a bailout. And that's where it's going in the future for us. So your money in the bank is definitely at risk. So this is not financial advice, but if some people are keeping as little in the bank as they need to pay bills, and they're putting it into alternative things that we talked about already, like cryptocurrency or precious metals. So whatever you choose, some people choose to keep their cryptocurrencies on private wallets that are off of exchanges, and they choose to keep their precious metals not vaulted by people, not in any kind of exchange, but it physically in their own safes or safes of relatives or safes of friends, as much as they possibly can. So it might be okay to vault some, but if things go totally south, the people guarding the vaults, they're going to think about their families first, pretty sure. So just remember that. So, what are the cryptos I would go with? My list keeps getting shorter. I've mentioned these before, but this isn't my number one. But Bitcoin is very important, and I think Bitcoin has a big upside. This is a fancy new ballet wallet, which on the back of its actual wallet, it's preloaded with 0.001 Bitcoins, which is about 60 bucks roughly today. But it doesn't take much of a Bitcoin to have a pile of fiat, does it? So if you have one Bitcoin, which back in the day was sub penny, now it's $60,000. So it's a great store of value, but when you go to transfer it someplace, sometimes you're paying hundreds of dollars for the fees. Now you're going to hear me kind of keep going back to the same brokers, but I am having really good luck with Caleb and Brown. If you follow the code I have, I'm going to put down below for Caleb and Brown, you get a permanent 3.5% rate when you trade crypto or cash for crypto. And right now, that's a really good rate. And what I'm finding is you can when you're $500 or so, you can do the trading yourself online. You don't need to go through a broker, but you have a broker there you can always bounce questions off of, which is great. And that's just part of the service. There's no extra money for that. Wow. I have found the brokers to be very good. I've had 3 different brokers there. Don't have a lot of crypto, but I have enough that it's nice to be health. And I'm keeping a lot of it's offline with them. Now takes trust because you don't have it yourself, but it sure makes it handy when you got to make those little trades like that. So Bitcoin is important. And I found when you move your Bitcoin to Caleb and Brown, if you're not in a hurry, the fees were like two bucks, which is sure beats $100. So you might be able to move your Bitcoin over there or some of your Bitcoin over for a reasonable price. This is what the back of the wallet looks like there. The QR code you see is the public key. That's how you load it. And then you pull back the sticker and you have part of the private key. And then there's a secret passphrase with it too. Another cryptocurrency gets overlooked by a lot of people is Litecoin. And here is Charlie Lee with Litecoin. He forked off of Bitcoin originally. So the Bitcoin has 24 million coins ever mined, and it's going to be 21 million ever mined. Did I say 24? 21 million coins ever mined, and Litecoin is 4 times as many, so 84 million. There's a great website called 84 Million, which deals with Litecoin. This is inventor Charlie Lee. He sold all his Litecoin so he would be blamed, I guess, for manipulating it. but yet he's still here making sure that it goes well. So this summer at Nashville, the Litecoin Summit, in July. I forget the dates offhand, but I know Charlie's going to be one of the speakers there. So it'd be a good opportunity for people to go to Litecoin Summit in Nashville. It's going to be held at the Margaritaville Hotel down there. You can meet Charlie, and there's some other Litecoin people. Now, why Litecoin? It's kind of down on the list now. It used to be up about 10th or so. I think it's slipped about 20th. It's been going up between $60 to $100 right now. I think I saw a day was 70 something. But what's really good about Litecoin is it is super fast in transactions. So if you purchase something with your Litecoin, you can buy a cup of coffee, zap zap. Your Bitcoin, I'd be there for a day. That's not cool. You can use the Lightning Network. Well, there's some issues with Lightning Network and Bitcoin. The Litecoin though is super fast. It just costs pennies for the fee, which compared to dollars for Bitcoin. So it's good that way. And I'm hearing that Bitcoin now, not Bit, excuse me, that BitPay now has more transactions with Litecoin than it does on Bitcoin because of the ease of use of Litecoin. So I think Litecoin's very handy for quick transactions. I'm hearing some crazy stuff where in the future you're going to have Bitcoin and Litecoin, and I'm not sure how this is going to work, but like on the same wallet exchange, and you can just go back and forth between the two. So you can make your transaction Litecoin, and if you want to store it with Bitcoin, you can. Now, I don't know how much of that is true or when that's going to happen, but that's one of those things I've been hearing. So some people like Litecoin a lot for that reason. Another cryptocurrency, I believe, this is my opinion, not financial advice, that will take off big in the future is Theta and Theta Fuel and T Drop. You've heard me talk about that before. I do believe in the future, Theta is going to be helped to run the internet and help us with our access because right now we're getting overload on the servers. This takes the pressure off the servers, it runs through extra bandwidth on our computers, and you get rewarded in Theta Fuel dropped quite a bit lately. So, my opinion, I think the cryptos, again, like I've said before, I believe they're all going to come down considerably. And it's a good time to scoop them up, one says. I always got to keep saying one says. So it's not my opinion. It's just somebody's opinion, right? Bix Weir is a big proponent of Theta. Joe Snips is a big proponent of Theta. A lot of Litecoin people are proponents of Theta. So it seems to be a coin that if you want to sit on for a while and be patient, it's got a big upside in the future. So it might be a good store of value, but it's not as easily recognizable as Bitcoin is or Litecoin for trading at the moment. It's kind of like keep a bag of it and see what happens with that bag of coins. Well, I'm not usually one for a lot of meme coins, but they kind of have their place. And the two meme coins, if I was to use a meme coin, or if one was to use a meme coin, I would go with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Dogecoin has been good to me. I bought Dogecoin for, oh gosh, what was it? I bought Dogecoin for I think under a dollar. I mean, not under a dollar. I mean, under a penny, I believe, originally. And then it got up one day to 50 cents. And I went, what? Now, I only put a little bit of money in it, but good grief, it was a nice increase like that. So I sold all I had at that time. Since then, I bought some more Doge. I don't have much again, but uh, it if you kind of play the game with those meme coins, they go up and down. You can kind of use them as a way to make a small percentage, and lick some of that ice cream, as Joe Snips say, take some of that profit. Recently, Doge had or Shiba Inu had a big day. It went up 200% on one day. And that'd been a good time if you got in earlier to cash out at least half of it, so you would have made some good profit on that. So don't forget the meme coin Shiba Inu. This is kind of the symbol they go around with. Now, I didn't even know what a Shiba Inu was until like the Dogecoin came out and then Shiba Inu coin came out, and I go, wow. And one thing that's kind of cool about Shiba Inu is you can be a Shiba Inuer really quick. It's like so far under a penny. It's like I'm gonna get these zeros up. It's like 0.0000, maybe another zero, maybe not. Two is like 22 today, whatever that zero is. So if it goes up one decimal place, folks, that's like 1,000 times, right? Your money is at 100%. So that could be substantial. So some people have been saying that Shibu just may catch a big upswing here soon. Um, I think myself, just opinion, if it does have a big upswing, I think it's a time to take some profit, and maybe, I don't know how you want to do that, but maybe you go, I'll take half of it now. Maybe it's going to go up more later. But if it goes down, you won't feel bad because you took some of that profit off the top. That it's not a coin I personally would hold for a long time, nor Dogecoin. But again, if you want to do a little speculation, you can do that, and you feel kind of cool. Like I got 1,000,000 coins. Now you don't have much money, but I got 1,000,000 coins of something, right? Because it's sub penny. And actually, my list of cryptocurrencies, I personally know that people invest in, and I might invest in at the moment, are these last two. Now, we are on the Swiss system, and that is going to die. BRICS is kicking the butt on the Swiss system, and the Swiss system, this is my opinion, but the Swift system is going to die. And I say good riddance because in order to send money any place, you got to go through about two or three middlemen, and they jack up the price big time. A lot of people who have been sending um, funds back to their countries had to pay like exorbitant fees to do that. So I don't know what the fees are making this up to say that somebody sends $1,000 back to Africa after working in the United States, and they get hit with $100 fee or $200 fee out of $1,000. I don't know, but I know it's a big fee. If you use the new system, the ISO 222 system, it's just fractions of a penny. What are the two big ones? There's seven of them, but I concentrate on these two, and that is XRP and XLM. XRP is also kind of called Ripple, but actually it's not Ripple. Ripple is the lab that deals with XRP, and they have a good hold on the XRP. So they're the ones kind of controlling the XRP at the moment. But so it's called XRP, but not really Ripple, but people refer to it as Ripple. So if they say Ripple, they probably mean XRP. The other one is Stellar, XLM, and they call them Stellar Lumens. Now I made a video on this. There's a lot of scamming in the Stellar community. Some people got on and they would direct you to the Lobster wallet, and on there they will have what look like legitimate like securities, like you can invest in GMC or something, and you get so many of these tokens that are worth so much of the company and so much value. And folks, what these people did is they coaxed people in to invest on the Lobster wallet, and then they came in the back door because they made the token, they scooped up their XLM. Just thievery. So at the moment, I don't trust any of that. I do trust the XLM, but I don't trust those different securities. Now I'm sure some are legit, but I sure wouldn't take a chance what's legit. The people that are pushing those sound legit, and I listened to them quite a bit, and then heard of a man who invested $100,000 in it, which was he had sold a lot of his pizza place during COVID, and when they stole all his funds, he ended up committing suicide. So serious stuff, stealing people's money, costing people's lives. But XRP will move funds fast between countries, especially setting up smart contracts of trust, and for less than pennies. It's super fast too. And then Stellar is going to make contracts with some more like companies and businesses between each other. Now, maybe I don't understand that completely, but they both are kind of doing the same thing. They make the smart contracts, and they move the different currencies quickly, and so it's going to become very valuable in the future. So I think it's good to kind of build a bag. Well, my opinion, not financial advice, but one says it's good to hold a bag of both of these and kind of sit on it right now. Um, I'm kind of in the Joe Snips camp. I'm kind of betting it's going to go down to a ridiculous price here, and then it's a good time to scoop it up. Now, does it mean I don't have any XRP? Well, I went ahead and got some ahead of time because it's right, even right now, it's not very expensive. Today I saw it for like 49 cents or so. Uh, Snippy, and he's come out publicly with this, but he's looking to see it go down to somewhere in the 20s. So it depends if you're a gambling person. you might see about that. XLM, I just kind of like it for some reason. I think and it's also real cheap. I think I saw it was down to 10 cents, and it had been up to quite a bit higher earlier. So just personally, I don't have a very big bag of coins like diversity. That's my diversity pretty much. Time to time, I do play around with a couple other little things, but I know if anything's going to come about with them. Still have a little Doge, it's not much. So anyway, crypto's big part of getting through a financial collapse. And be sure, folks, keep them in a private wallet. What are good wallets? Well, I'll go through the good wallets. Exodus is good. It's a little vulnerable when you have Exodus on a cell phone. It's pretty safe if it is on a laptop. What else is good? Trezor and Ledger are good. Each of them have had some security things lately, but it's more like if you don't buy them from the company directly. I had some issues of trying to update a Ledger S that was old. I finally found a way kind of work around it, but that was kind of a pain on that. So you have to keep those things updated, and I think at a certain point they just don't back it up anymore, which kind of stinks. And then Ballet Wallet is a good one that I have links down below. That is like a paper wallet, but it's a metal card that has the public key on a QR code on the outside. And on the inside, it has the private key, and you can store it on there. What's the downside of that? If you lose that wallet, you lose your money. Now, you could open the sticker and write down those private keys, that kind of leaves them out in the open. And you never, 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 never want to expose your secret words, your passphrases, or your private keys to anybody. People are going to trick you. Don't store your private keys on anything electronic. Don't put them, don't have anything the internet goes through. So if you can work offline on your wallet, better. Now, there's certain people who make computers that are not, are pretty much offline, except when you need to get your crypto on there. Email that's good to use would be Proton Mail, but even with that, be careful. But boy, I would get with Yahoo Mail or Gmail and that for cryptos. And they're just too easily broken into nowadays. I got hacked on Yahoo. Yeah, me. And that was a pain in the butt. I was very fortunate. I didn't lose any funds on anything, but oh my God, it cut access to me on thing after thing after thing. And some of those I never got back, like Facebook. My account is, well, I guess that's not a big loss. So after crypto is what? Well, after cryptocurrencies, really the only other place that you can get out of that fiat system is precious metals. Now, we are in this period of time now where you can still buy metals with cash if you have a dealer you can trust. Folks, watch out. Oh my gosh, there are so many counterfeit coins nowadays. You really got to go to somebody you trust. There's fake American Eagle silver coins. There's even fake like quarters from like the Liberty quarters, standing quarters, and like that. And then go back to the 30s and stuff. Dang, you know, that's not that valuable a coin. It's about what, 7, 8 bucks or so in silver. And yet people are making counterfeits of those. I've got it counterfeit coin of that. And it looks pretty good, except the age of that coin. It's just a little too shiny for that age. But I got a few fake silver coins, and I have a pinger that I use that it tests if the coin is legit or not. And when I was at a coin show, I actually, with my pinger, found a fake coin that dealer had. They wanted me to test it, and unfortunately, it was a fake Morgan dollar, which was sad. But can you imagine they're taking like gold and putting it over, like, I think it's tungsten, and then passing it off as a gold coin. Well, the outside is going to test as gold, but the inside is fake. It's real metal, but it's fake, and the weight's a little off on that. Um, and if you have the real good machines that test the gold, then you'll and silver, then you'll be able to come up with it. So stay with people you trust. If you have a local dealer, all the better. But also, if you can stay with some of the big companies like Miles Franklin, Andy Scheckman. I have a code down below for that, or actually just mentioned Saintjerome, sent you there. They're good. JM Bullion is a good company. SD Bullion is a good company. Money Metals is a good company. If you mention Money Metals and mention my name, then I get a silver coin. So not a lot, but that's kind of cool. So those are some of the good companies you can to exchange your your currency, your fiat for metals. Now, one trick you can do is right now there's a lot of silver coins that goes 1 ounce of gold. It was as high as 90. I think it's slipping down into the 80s once again, but the historic ratio is 16 to 1. So you actually can play that game a little bit and sell some of your gold if you have some and get silver. And you might, one says you might get ahead in the future. And then if that ratio were to get uh, lessen, you could even go back and get gold if you want to. So why the exchange ratio is high. So less silver is being mined than is needed every year. And the solar panels are just exploding of usage. It's going to double. China's putting solar panels in all over China like crazy. And even a lot of Americans are doing the green energy stuff. And Tesla requires so much. Everything takes silver. And they're running out of it. I just heard that a naval torpedo, high-tech one, takes 11,000 ounces of silver. What? I knew that those hypersonic missiles took like 500 ounces of silver, but 11,000 ounces of silver. And I doubt if you're going to, okay, you put in a torpedo, boom, I doubt you're going to recover that silver, right? So silver is going to go to, as Cliff High says, unobtainium in the future. Right now, it's ridiculous. It's as low as it is. I think it's 26.50 today. Wow, that is a bargain. If you can afford $30 or so, you can get at least get an ounce of silver. Not financial advice, but sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Now I come across something lately that I really like. So take one of those 1 ounce gold coins and go down and buy a gallon of gas. Well, right now the cost of that's about $2,350 roughly. So I would like to trade this coin worth $2,350 for a tank of gas. Can we do that? Okay. And I'd like my change. And they go, well, how am I going to give you your change? I'll take the whole gold coin. You go, well, I'm going to take my knife and sliver off some gold, and then you can use that. I was like, that's not going to fly. So it's hard to get fractional gold. Easier to get fractional silver. You can get American silver coins before 64. So dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and dollars before 64 are 90% silver. So you can trade a dime. A dime goes for about $2 right now. So there's something kind of small you can use, right? That's about as fractional as you can go. Buying fractional silver rounds isn't very good because they have an upcharge on it. But getting the junk, they call that junk silver. That's still pretty good. But the gold coins, dang, if you go like a gram, it's so tiny, and it's getting up there like $90 or so nowadays for a gram. The smallest gold coin ever made was in India, 1300s or 1600s or so. It's like a little pinpoint, and it was about 1/1000th of an ounce. I don't know how you would keep from losing it. It'd be real tough. I bought a couple of these lately. I might have got ripped off. I'm not sure if they're real, but they're the real size, so I'll have to check on that. But I came across something that solves that fractional problem. And that something that I have found recently are goldbacks. You can go to goldback.com and find out more about it. They make goldbacks in denominations of 1, 5, 10, 25, and 50. Now, that is not $1. That's a separate unit of measure and is a goldback. If you go on goldback.com, you can see what a goldback is going for today. Today it was around 480, I believe, someplace close to that. So one goldback actually has 1/1000th of an ounce of 24 karat gold embedded in the goldback. And they're crazy how they make them. They have this crazy million gazillion dollar machine, and it lays a polymer out, and then they atomize gold, float the little particles around, put it on the polymer, guide it with a laser, weigh it with a laser, and they actually put a little more than they say, just to be sure they never short anybody. And they put another layer of polymer on it, cut it like you cut dollar bills. Bam, you got a gold back. Each gold back gets bigger, and each gold back gets thicker. The 50 is pretty thick, and the 50 actually is 1/20th ounce of gold. So if you had 20 of those, you would have an ounce of gold, which would be worth $2,350. Now, there is a premium for these, but the premium is less than actual like a gram of gold. So if gold's about $2.40, the goldback's about 480, about double, and you're paying a premium on any fractional gold or silver that you buy, but especially gold. So here is a close up on one of the early ones. That's not my hand. This is a stock photo I found. It's made by the Orem company. They have serial numbers on it. It says not U.S. legal dollar tender. It is a private currency. This now since 2019, this was the early art. The images on there got really sharp. These things are super shiny. What is really cool about this is even though they're not dollar legal tender, they are legal species tender in 5 states. If you go to Utah, I think it's around 800 businesses now. They accept them, no trouble. There's a little calculator on goldback.com that shows you how to trade, and they'll take them straight up, even chains like Ace Hardware. Nevada has a lot of sites also. Wyoming, South Dakota have some businesses. Now they're much smaller states with population of only like 500, 600,000 people, but still they have businesses there. And New Hampshire, live free or die. Is that what the motto is there in New Hampshire? They've got quite a few businesses that also take it. So these are going all over the world. People are investing in these. I think the better use case is barter, is trading, and you can do that right now. But yeah, gold goes up, these go up too, because they actually have 24 karat gold embedded. It's not one of those silly little foil notes like Willy Wonka or like Donald Trump dollars or something. These actually have gold in them. So where can you get these at? Well, go to goldback.com. It lists several people there or different places you can buy from. I have a code from Defy the Grid. The one thing that Coda does at Defy the Grid, and I had interviewed him, is if you use a credit card, he doesn't charge you any upcharge for the goldbacks. If you buy other gold coins, there's a percentage charge, and almost everybody does that. If you use a credit card, they're going to charge you an extra 3 or 4% for using a credit card, but he doesn't. On the other dealers, you use cryptocurrency to buy your precious metals. That usually gets you a pretty good rate. Or if you send a check, an e-check, that gets you a pretty good rate. And a lot of these companies in Defy the Grid, $300 or more spent is free shipping. A JM Bullion, SD Bullion is $200 or more, you get free shipping. One company, I can't remember which one it was $100, and you can get free shipping for that. So I highly recommend Goldbacks Now. So also I'll have an affiliate code down there. It gives me a little bit too on Goldback. So take a look at the stuff down below. Now, before I leave, I want to give a shout out to somebody who's amusing and pumps me up, and he's small town prepper, and that guy is really cool. I like his stuff. He kind of got going from a guy called Thousandaire, so pretty neat. My apologies, friend. Small time prepper, not small town prepper. I'm small town prepper. He's small time prepper, but very amusing. He's the cringe man. So if you watch some of his videos, say, hey, crypto experiences, Saintjerome crypto experiences sent me to you. So he's a fun guy to kind of follow along with. I also like the guy Thousandaire. He kind of balls himself up. So anyway, coming to the end of this, I'm sorry I haven't got a podcast out lately. I've been trying to mess with AI art and get some funny videos out there. I got a dancing Charlie Lee I made. I got a Saintjerome in a Prius limo, but yeah, I can't get the ratio right on the screen. It's ridiculous. So I'm working on that. I made AI art of Bitcoin Ben, of Litecoin Lisa, of Clint Westwood. Who else did I make it of? Most of the Litecoin family. I got you, Paulie P, in there, buddy. I got you as a AI figure, but I can't get it to fit. It is amazing the differences they do with that AI art. Now, am I opening myself up to Big Brother? Yeah, maybe so. Hopefully not. All right. Well, thank you for watching once again. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Oh, by the way, good grief, hit up Caleb and Brown in crypto. Not financial advice, but if you want kind of an ease of use and to protect you, in order to use their website, it's free. You can sign up for free. You get a broker right off the bat for free. Now, if you don't ever invest anything, they're going to kind of say, wait, quit using the broker. But if you're sincere and you want to know some things about how they work and how to invest, they're very happy to help you. If you can go as little as $500, I know that's a lot of money for some people, but if you go $500, you can set up your own trade instantly. You don't have to even go through the broker. The broker will do it automatically for you. And like, so if you make a $500 trade, it's going to cost you about 20 bucks in fees. And folks, nowadays, that's pretty cheap. Coinbase, the cheapest I ever saw was 3%, but oh my gosh, I wouldn't use Coinbase for anything. They just started screwing us around. You want to buy something, buy something. You can't get in there maintenance on their thing. What? Or I want to, I'm sending you some funds and I want to buy some crypto. Well, no, we got to wait 7 days. We got to wait 8 days. Got to wait 20 days. Did you get it? And I heard people came into accounts and when they would micro take out when they from Coinbase and they'd take all people's money from Coinbase. So I'm not trying to bash Coinbase too much, except I would not use them again. And there's a lot of those exchanges. If it's not in your wallet, you got an issue. Now, it's not in my wallet at Caleb Brown, but the trust factor is a little higher. They're 4 out of 5 on the trust meter, trust pilot, I guess it is. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for watching today. Smile time prepper. Good job, man. Keep it up. I appreciate. I guess you shouted out on your video for me today. I got contest when I get to 440 subscribers, getting close. Send you 10,000. I think it's 10,000 satoshis. I get that mixed up all the time. But I'm going to send you some satoshis. It's going to be the one that's worth about $6 right now. So not a lot of money. I'm going to cap it. If Bitcoin goes nuts, I'm capping what I reward at $50 USD. Okay, so know that ahead of time. But whatever that is till that point. So we'll probably send it to a public key. I've been having trouble getting my Ballet gift cards loaded again. I have to find out a way to do that. Because I was going to send a Ballet gift card. And I think I'm going to sweeten the deal with a Goldback. Okay, because they're pretty cool. All right, take care. Thank you very much for watching and see you later.